So ghetto mutts, cop under fire after Ross's social media post exposed. This was reported 2 days ago. A Chicago police detective, of all places, Chicago. A Chicago police detective is under fire after he allegedly shared hundreds of racist and bigoted social media posts. According to a report by Civilian Office of Police Accountability, Sean Popow, a 20-year Chicago police veteran, 20 years and your ass is rough. Why did they get these jobs? Shared offensive posts on his Twitter and Facebook accounts from 2018 until he was made aware that his online activity was being probed per ABC 7. So you were stupid as fuck too. Okay, good to know. Copa said, Pow, man, please, this name here, made hundreds of posts under the name, I ain't saying that shit because there's 2 dots over one of those, U. I don't know what the hell that sound is. And Sheepdog CPD. In one instance, Popow shared an image he admitted to creating that depicted a black man in a coffin alongside text saying, "That face you make when you don't understand what stop resisting means." How about that face when you basically disregard a person's human rights and start putting hands on them for no damn reason? Popow said he created the meme to point out the potentially fatal consequences of not obeying lawful police orders. Okay, can we consider what is lawful? Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers just decide you want to stop and frisk when that shit was no longer in act. So explain the shit to me because it don't make sense. More posts included images of a man with a swastika tattoo stomping on a black man and a picture of a transgender man who was unalived by police that listed the victim pronouns as was, were. You are a sick devil, you bitch. That's nasty. That is so fucking nasty. Popow also allegedly referred to black people as worthless ghetto mutts, gorilla cookies, and stupid ass nigger award, along with describing 2 black people fighting as a chimp out. Okay, I want to just let y'all know that seriously, Neanderthals, they look more like monkeys than anybody else. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I have very, very rarely seen someone who looks like a monkey, and usually they are of a lighter texture of brown if they're black. It's like I'll see someone who looks like a monkey every, I don't know, that's black, that is, every, I don't know, once in a decade. But I'll see a lot of other higher tinted people that look like monkeys at least 10 times a month, at least. Okay? So I beg your pardon. Talking about a chimp out, my ass. Anyways, during the interview with COPA investigators, Popow denied having any racist or other bigoted beliefs and claimed he didn't remember sharing some of the posts due to memory issues related to a medical condition. It's called your head and your ass. That's what it's called. It's called your head, your cranium, and your rectal canal. That's what that is. The agency recommended the detective be fired over the hundreds of offensive posts. I concur. I don't live in Chicago anymore, but I concur. Please get your ass fired. I think you've done enough. Detective Popow's flagrant disregard for CPD policies, as well as the nature of posts and the frequency with which he posted them, all suggest he was expressing his true views. The COPA report states Detective Popow's post disparaged the same protected classes he took an oath to protect and serve, including African Americans, migrants, Muslims, the LGBTQ plus community, and people who are disabled. Through his use of social media, Detective Popow was demonstrated that he is unable to treat all Chicago citizens with fairness and equity. The Chicago Police Department said Popow is on administrative duties pending the investigation. I bet you he's still getting paid. I hate these motherfuckers when they do that shit. Why do they still get paid? Go on leave, bitch, and don't get paid, because you obviously have used all the money that you need to just go ahead and fuck everybody else over. That's all I'm saying. You need your ass to be on leave without pay. That's all I got to say. But yeah, as I said, we still got a lot of stupid ass shit. So moving on.
Emotional content.
South Carolina scheduled to execute man who key witnesses say is innocent. Why am I not surprised? This was again reported on Friday. I am so not surprised. Why has he not been fired? You tell me why he ain't been fired. I've been trying to figure out why a lot of people don't be fired. I'm trying to figure out why a lot of people aren't arrested. Oh, anyways, let me see here now. South Carolina is scheduled to execute a death row inmate on Friday, September 20th, which was Friday, after a key witness recently said he lied during the trial, People reports. Freddie Owens, now 46, was 19 when he was found guilty of unliving store clerk Irene Graves during an armed robbery at a gas station in Greenville, South Carolina in 1997. Owens has long maintained his innocence, with his attorneys arguing that prosecutors haven't presented any scientific evidence linking him to the crime. Can I stop? Okay. He's due. They reported this on the 20th, and he's due for, okay, that don't make no damn sense. Same date. Same date. I knew I wasn't reading stuff wrong. Anyways, let's see here now. Just days before Owens' scheduled execution, Steve Golden, who spent 28 years in prison for his role in the unaliving, admitted in a sworn statement that he lied to a South Carolina jury during the 1999 trial about Owens being the gunman. You stole so many fucking years from this man. In the statement, Golden wrote that Owens didn't unalive Graves and wasn't at the store on the night of the pew-pew. Freddie Owens is not the person who pew-pewed Irene Graves at the Speedway on November 1st, 1997. Golden wrote in the sworn statement filed to the South Carolina Supreme Court this week. Freddie was not present when I robbed the Speedway that day. According to prosecutors, Golden and Owens' ex-girlfriend previously gave statements implicating him in the crime during the 1999 trial. Owens said he was at home and in bed during the armed robbery. His lawyers and advocacy groups have urged South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster to reduce his sentence to life in prison. Why? Why would he have to be life in prison and he didn't do it? In his sworn statement this week, Golden said he lied during the trial because he was afraid of the real unaliver. Golden declined to name the alleged suspect. In the statement, I substitute Freddie for the person who was really with me in the Speedway that night, Golden wrote. I did that because I knew that what the police wanted me to say, and also because I thought the real pew-pewer or his associates would unalive me if I named him to the police. I am still afraid of that, but Freddie was actually not there. Why did it take you that long to do this, you jackass? Golden added that he testified against Owens because prosecutors promised to drop the death penalty and life in prison against him. I took the deal, Golden wrote. I don't want Freddie to be executed for something he didn't do, he added. This has weighed heavily on my mind, and I want to have a clear conscience. State prosecutors argue that Golden's new statement can't be trusted because he lied during the 1999 trial. It's still unclear whether Owens will be executed on Friday. Could somebody please explain to me how you going to report this on Friday when you're not sure if it happened on Friday? Would you wait before you finish reporting shit? You get sued, not me, buddy. I'm just saying, not me. Here we go. We're just gonna stream through this and then we'll try and do a commercial after it because there's a lot of fuckery and you know it is. Sorry. Come on, goddamn it. No charges for Baltimore officer who put a force multiplier to black man's head. Do you see me being surprised? This was reported on Thursday. A Baltimore police officer won't face charges after holding a loaded force multiplier to a restrained man's head. According to the Baltimore Banner, the state attorney's office declined to pursue charges against Detective Connor Johnson following his encounter with 24-year-old Jamon Joyner. I hope I said that right. Police Commissioner Richard Worley backed Johnson despite Joyner's attorney calling the officer's action an act of terrorism. I would say so. I mean, he's already apprehended and restrained. What's the point of doing that? What if your finger has slipped, you jackass? Anyways, where was it? Based on our review, we will not be proceeding with any charges against either Mr. Joyner or the officer involved, spokesman James Bentley said in a statement. Joyner was attending a vigil in East Baltimore on May 24th when officers responded to a report about an armed robbery in the area. Joyner was detained by police while standing near someone who officers believe matched the description of the robber. Body camera footage shows Joyner on his back as multiple police officers held his arms and body down. Johnson then grabbed Joyner's neck and held a weapon to the 24-year-old's temple. Seriously? I believe it. I absolutely believe it. That's all I can say. Let's see here now. A police claim that Joyner reached for a force multiplier, which attorneys say the video refutes. Joyner's attorney also noted that that holding a force multiplier to his head doesn't comply with department policy. A loaded force multiplier and drugs were reportedly found in Joyner's pocket. However, charges against the 24-year-old were dropped after his attorney shared body camera footage with prosecutors. At the time, Worley said Johnson was out there doing his job in an area where we want him to be and going after individuals with force multipliers. The Baltimore chapter of the NAACP expressed outrage over the incident and Worley's comments, saying it would launch an investigation to determine whether we believe he is fit to continue to lead law enforcement in our city. I honestly think y'all need to listen to me and go get yourself some top grade, stick in the mud, strict as hell psychologist and check these motherfuckers into, their internal, because something's seriously wrong with these assholes. I'm not joking. I don't understand how you let these assholes have these jobs, because this is seriously scary. These motherfuckers don't seem to understand you have limited power, asshole. You are supposed to serve the people. They're not supposed to serve under you, okay? That's all I got to say about that. But before I move any further, I hope you do like I said, I have a few graphics now, and I'm learning how to use them because I put them in a group. But like I said, it's still me. I'm trying to learn how to make some more docs so I can have faster reactions with some of my graphics. But, it's taking me a little time to get used to them. About to go ahead and do the commercial. So here we go.
It's just me and a fam. It's just me and a fam. It's just me and a fam. It's just me and a. It's just me and a fam. Yeah. It's just me and a fam. See my little twin, say that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right. So you think that was evil? Look at this shit. Army vet's body cut up, sold for parts without consent, family says. Why would you do that to a human body? Honestly, why would you do that? You just nasty as hell to do that. And when I say nasty, I don't mean like, hygiene. I mean like you're evil. The family of a U.S. Army veteran says his body was cut up and sold for medical research without their consent, per NBC News. Victor Carl Honey, who was homeless and struggled with paranoid schizophrenia, unalived in Dallas in September 2022. Honey was entitled to a military funeral, but his body was deemed unclaimed. It was given to the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort Worth, where his body was frozen, cut into pieces, and sold for profit to various medical programs. Honey's right leg was reportedly sold to a Swedish medical device maker for $341. That is sick. While a Pittsburgh medical education company purchased his torso for $900. Tell me you don't value human life without telling me you don't value human life. Kimberly Patman, Honey's ex-wife, said it's unclear how her ex-husband's body went unclaimed, as she and their children were living in Dallas at the time of his unaliving. His son has his same name. How could he be unclaimed? Patman said. According to NBC News, Honey's family is among 11 others who have learned that their loved ones were deemed unclaimed and sold for parts by the University of North Texas Health Center at Fort Worth. I ain't going down there. I got a damn brother down there. I ain't going down there. We have become aware of issues within our willed body program and that failures existed in its management and oversight, UNT Health Center at Fort Worth said in a statement. You think? The program has fallen short of standards of respect, care, and professionalism that we demand. The University of North Texas Health Center at Northworth extends its deepest apologies to the families who have been impacted. Are you going to give them some money? Are you going to find the body parts? Are you going to give them back? How about you tell us what you're going to do, asshole? When the Dallas County Medical Examiner Office attempted to locate Honey's family, their numbers were allegedly disconnected, NBC News reported. I don't believe they tried to find us, Patman told NBC. You can find people. NBC found me in a day. You can find people. Honey's body was sent to UNT Health Science Center at Fort Worth as a part of a long-standing agreement between the county and academic center. He never wanted to be an organ donor, Patman said of Honey. We talked about it. The University of North Texas Health Science Center at Northworth said they are permanently closing its bioskills lab and immediately suspending operations of the Willed Body program pending the outcome of an internal assessment and reviewed by an external global consulting firm with expertise in healthcare. The academic center has also taken personnel actions, including terminating program leadership. The intent of the program is to educate future physicians, scientists, and other health professionals and improve the quality of health for families and future generations. A statement from the Health Science Center reads, "We are committed to operating all programs with transparency, integrity, and the highest ethical standards, and we are dedicated to maintaining trust in our institution. We hope these actions can ensure our educational studies are made with every effort to show dignity, grace, and respect. My kids want answers," Patman said, "and they want justice for their dad. I feel y'all need to cut a check. What the hell?" This reminds me of story black man arrested at Harvard for selling body parts. Well, shit, he ain't the only one because it comes in. And I actually did. I would think I was watching This Week with John Oliver, and they were talking about how this is actually a business where a lot of these damn black, not black people, but black market companies do unscrupulous tactics to go ahead and sell body parts and shit for money. Never mind if people are willing to go ahead and sell their organs, because some people believe maybe they'll come back and they need them organs, but they're all over the place. What the hell?